Walking up to the color factory, I was so excited. Seeing the colored stripes on the building, I knew I was about to take some of the best photos I ever have in my entire life. The Color Factory is an immersive art museum located on Spring Street in New York City. Matt and I drove all the way from Massachusetts to be there and meet up with my friend and model, Emma Loney. I packed my DSLR and my lightest weight 50mm 1.8 lens and was ready to have some fun. Every room was packed with so many tasty treats and obviously color. After we got past the conveyor belt of cookies, there was an oddly shaped doorway that we knew we wanted to work with, and Emma had on her first outfit. Emma is a natural model, and I let her start off with her own posing as we got comfortable working together. The walls in this room were lined with souvenir pins, which added texture to the walls. This was probably one of my favorite shots I got. I loved the lighting, her expression, her posing, and the colors looked amazing. The only thing I wish I had noticed is her Apple Watch to tell her to take it off. This room was very activity-based, where you sat across from a partner and you drew them. So we took some shots after we did that activity, and it was full of one color, which was really cool to kind of work with opposed to a bunch of different colors at one time. The next room I didn't love for photos, but it was so much fun to play in. We actually probably took the most Snapchats in it. When shooting creative work, I do typically shoot in a landscape format because its final product ends up on social media, opposed to print where you'd want to shoot with that portrait format. So I did work with myself on shooting in a portrait format, and I got this lovely image. Anyone that knows me knows I love low light and bright colors. We walked into this dance club themed room and I was so excited. There was delicious raspberry soda that was so yummy and a sequence wall that I was so excited to work with. I let those colors reflect off Emma's face. I had her lean back against it and we got some really amazing shots. My advice to anyone shooting in this environment is to shoot a little bit underexposed and bring it up in post. This next room was really white except for these colored doors that all had a different color on them, and I had Emma pull one out so we could take some photos with it. If this was a photo shoot opposed to us going to a museum and taking photos, I would have had a reflector to get rid of those shadows under her eyes, and that would have made it much better. We had so much fun in this room of spinning pie charts. It was so well lit, and there was very little color other than the actual pie chart, so it really did make my subject pop. I had Emma sit on it and look away from the camera, so that way these photos would look a little different than the others. We had finally made it to one of the last rooms, and that was this giant ball pit. Like, you can't even see how big it was from this video, but it was huge. I was sinking into it. I did not realize how hard it was to move around in a ball pit, but I had Emma throw some of the balls in the air. It was really fun because they were all one color, and it really made the photos look amazing, and not many people had photographed in ball pits in my area, so I really thought these photos stood out in an Instagram feed. We did not want the experience to be over. We had so much fun. Emma strut her stuff down that exit hallway, and we tried to take a few more shots. We even took a few shots in the gift shop where Emma bought this beautiful pair of sunglasses that we used in a few photos outside with that striped wall that we first noticed when we arrived. If you like my work, please subscribe or follow me on Instagram.